What up? So let me give y'all a little story time. Let me tell y'all about the time I almost got killed by the Chinese triad, right? So anybody that know me, like from growing up or whatever, know I always been about two things: the bag and the baddies. So most of the stuff I always got into growing up, it's always because of females. So one time I'm downtown, right? I'm from the Bronx, but I was downtown Manhattan, like in Chinatown, right? And I used to like these little Asian girls. Like I had a thing for like Asian girls, Spanish girls and stuff like that when I was younger. But now I love black girls too. I love everybody. So I'm down there, I'm downtown, and I see a baddie, right? So I'm like, and I've been practicing Chinese, right? So I'm like, yo, this is the perfect time to use this Chinese. You feel me? So I'm like, so I go up to Shorty, I smile at her, and I'm like, 你好吗，宝贝？你怎么样？你看起来很性感。And she smiles, you know what I mean? Which means what I said was, what's good, baby? How you doing? You look real sexy. So she says, 我还算可以，你看起来也相当优秀。What she meant to say, what she said was, I'm doing okay. Translation, and you look nice yourself, right? So we talking, we kicking it and all that. Then out of nowhere, this black SUV pull up, right? So I see I see like, I think it was like I want to say like 4 or 5 guys come out, right? Asian dudes, right? So I'm like, you know me, so I'm like, I bet. I'm try to be cool, say what up to them, use my little Chinese or whatever. So I'm like, what up? How you doing, man? How y'all doing? So he look at me like, I'm from Philly, nigga. So I'm like, I smirk. And I was like, all right. So they look at her like, who's this? Who's your friend? What y'all doing? And I'm like, nah, I was just, just topping it up with her talking. And they was like, we was in front of like this little bar or whatever. So they like, yo, bring him inside. Get your friend a drink. Your friend must want a drink. And I'm like, nah, cause I'm thinking in my head, yo, if they get me in this bar, they gonna try to kill me, man. So I'm like, damn, how I get out this situation? I'm trying to find a way to skedaddle and get out of it. So long story short, I'm like, damn. So they found a way to get me in the bar. So I go in the bar, right? And they take me like to this back room. And no lie, like it's like 10 dudes in there. 10 Asian dudes in there. So I'm like, they got like, yo, I kid you not. They must have been running some kind of drug operation. I don't know what they had going on. But I seen like 10,000 ecstasy pills on the table, mad cash, people over there doing drugs and all that. And then like little females walking by, little Asian joints. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, how I'm gonna get out of here, man? I don't even want to be in this situation. I'm like, God, please help me get out of this. So they just looking at me, right? And then I hear them talking in like the language, like, yo, this who is this nigga boy or whatever, like this black boy or whatever. So I'm like, damn, they gonna do something to me. So they were like, you know her? What you doing around here? I'm like, man, I ain't looking for no trouble. I'm just trying to, like, I saw a pretty girl and I was just trying to talk to her, but I don't want no problems. I don't want no beef or nothing. So they look at me and I'm like, damn, they gonna kill me. So I'm like, all right, bet. Hopefully I could find a way they turn me back. I run up out of there, something, but it was just like no way out. So they like, I'm like, man, I don't want no beef or nothing. I just, so they look at me, right? And then it's this big dude that come. I think like he probably the boss. And it was another dude next to him with like mad tattoos on his face and stuff, right? So the dude comes up to me It was like, you drink? And I was like, I ain't want to say no. But I didn't want to drink. But I'm like, yeah, I drink. So they like, what you drink? So in my mind, I'm like, y'all got any warm sake? And he looked at me and I looked at him, and then it got real tense. And then everybody was just quiet. And then he smiled. He was like, it was like, then we just started drinking and talking about life and stuff like that. But they was cool. So I was just like, woo. Then after a while, they said, you know we was going to do something to you. I'm like, yo, I thank God that y'all didn't, man. Y'all seem like some real cool dudes. I was copping the plea because I ain't had no blick on me. But even if I had the blick on me, yo, I knew I wasn't going to get out. It was too much of them. And I know they had mad guns in there. So I was just like, damn. So after a while, you know, we chopped it up. They even let Shorty walk me out, right? They let Shorty walk me out. Still bagged it. But I ain't never call her. Boy, I wasn't trying to get killed and end up in somebody's soup. That day was a crazy day. It's a fact.